Welcome back. You're watching a total solar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and we're getting very excited. There's a lot of first contacts happening at the moment. We saw first contact there just above us. Where was that again?
That was in Genoa.
That was in Genoa. So in Italy, they've had first contact in Stavanger. Like the sun is starting to look a bit like a moon. And here in Leon, Spain, you can see the sun is fairly intact, but we're very quickly coming up to totality there. You can see that our dot on our trusty timeline there on the side has moved past Spain star, but that was right up in the north corner of Spain. So yeah, first contact in Leon coming up in just a few minutes, and then Palma de Mallorca in Spain shortly after that.
That's right. So just to recap, the moon's shadow is moving across Spain from the northern coast down across to the eastern coast, and then the eclipse is ending out in the Mediterranean. So Mallorca will be really the final place to see totality today. The eclipse here in Leon started at 1732 UTC, so any moment now we should be able to see the eclipse starting on our feed from here in Leon. We should be able to see that first tiny bite coming out of the sun. So we'll keep our eyes glued.
And there is a bit of lag. We have to say that, like when we're sending our images, there is always a few seconds of delay. So we're just waiting for it to start biting away there. And if I'm lucky, no, I can't. We're still in the shade. I can't look out yet. I'll have to move out the screen. Oh, we can see it. Can you see it there, bottom right?
Yep, it has now started there. At the bottom right of the sun, we can now see that that imperceptible first bite. So this is just the moments after first contact. That's when the edge of the moon just starts to eat away at the sun. And there we are. The eclipse is very much underway in Leon, here in Spain. Totality in Leon is coming up in about an hour at 1828 UTC. That's when the moon will be covering all of the sun here. So over the next hour or so, that bite will be getting more and more until at 1828 UTC, we will have 1 minute and 45 seconds of totality where the sun disappears from the sky. We see this black hole in the sky, and we see the solar corona, the sun's outer atmosphere, shining around the moon.
And you might see me a little bit distracted because I'm looking out at the field that we're sitting in, and the locals are coming in. They've got chairs, they've got umbrellas. They're coming up and saying, hola, and we've enlisted a local to help us. Shoo them a little bit away because we're trying to tell you guys all about the eclipse, and she's showing them how to wear the glasses, and we've trained her well to help us out too. So we're not alone. We're enjoying the eclipse with the local population here in the little village we are in outside of Leon in Spain.
Absolutely. Now, Anna, we should also mention we have something new on the screen as well. Just above us, we have our live eclipse map. And this shows us where totality is happening right now. So we're looking at a map of the northern hemisphere. There we've got Canada on the left, we've got Greenland in the middle, and then we've got Europe on the right-hand side. The shaded area there shows where a partial solar eclipse is visible today. And there's that dark strip running down the middle of the map. That is the path of totality. That is the very narrow strip that you have to be on if you want to see a total solar eclipse, where the moon completely covers the sun today. And in the middle of the map, we have that bright red dot. That is where totality is happening right now. So right now in Greenland, that's where that red dot is. That is where totality is happening right at this moment. This is a live map, so that red dot is moving south. It's moving towards Iceland. Totality in Iceland starts quite soon at 17:43 UTC. That's what it's showing on our timeline on the left-hand side of the screen. That's when that red dot is going to arrive at Iceland. And then it's going to continue moving south. It's racing towards us in Spain, and totality will be arriving here in Spain in around about 50 minutes from now. The moon's shadow, it is moving across the globe at a really high speed. In the bottom right corner of our map, we have the speed that the moon's shadow is traveling across the globe. It's 3,500 kilometers an hour, which is 2,200 miles per hour. So totality is racing towards us at high speed. The weather here continues to be great across much of Spain. We've got lovely clear skies here. So yeah, totality is on its way. Just again to say that we do have telescopes in Iceland, but we also have completely thick clouds. So unfortunately, no images of totality from Iceland today.
But for those that are in Iceland, they will notice totality will go dark for them.
That's right. Even if you can't enjoy seeing the sun disappear, you will notice the effects of it, because it will indeed go dark. So in Reykjavik, in the Icelandic capital, there's 1 minute of totality. So even though it's cloudy, everybody there is going to notice as totality approaches, the light levels dropping off until you get that much more darkness effect for 1 minute during totality, because up above the clouds, the sun has disappeared.
So first contact has happened here in Leon, Spain. It should be happening in Palma de Mallorca right now. We might be able to get some images up from them now if they're listening to me in the Time of Date HQ in Stavanger. So first contact happening very soon, or right now in Palma de Mallorca as well. So I think Stefan Thorsten has got his Eclipse glasses out and is super excited.
Yeah, just correct. So yeah, as 1738 was first contact in Palma de Mallorca. So yeah, everything is just happening a few minutes after each place as the moon's shadow moves across Spain.
So we're going to put our Eclipse glasses on. We're going to continue looking up at the sky here in Leon. I hope you're lucky enough to see the eclipse. If you are, check it with your Eclipse glasses. Up next, we're hoping to talk to Jeremy Krause about his amazing feed. We're looking at it right now. We will see you back here very soon.
You are back and watching this solar eclipse across the Northern Hemisphere on timeanddate.com. On our screen at the moment, in the top right-hand corner, we have pictures from Kristiansand in southern Norway. Our pictures there are coming from our partners, the Agder Astronomy Club in southern Norway. They've got a beautiful crescent sun there. Maximum eclipse in Kristiansand is in about 10 minutes from now at 1800 UTC. And at maximum eclipse, 84% of the sun will be covered by the moon. So that's what we're seeing in the top right corner. In the main image on the screen, this is what's happening right here in Leon in northern Spain. The eclipse is well underway. Totality will be starting at 1828 UTC. So we've got a beautiful partial eclipse here. This telescope that we're getting this image from is being operated by our very own Jeremy Krause, who is right here. And Jeremy, you've come to tell us a little bit about some of the struggles and some of the joy of bringing us these images of the eclipse.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So, I mean, you've been preparing for this for quite a few weeks back at our HQ in Stavanger. How has that all gone?
Yeah, well, we have to wait for a sunny day, of course, and it is hard to actually completely replicate the conditions of an eclipse, but we obviously do. When we have a sunny day, we point the telescope at the sun and we do a little bit of a run through. And yeah, absolutely. So we don't expect that many sunny days in Stavanger this time of year, unfortunately. And then when we do, a nice sunny day is probably somewhere around the 20 degrees. More contrast to where we are sitting right now.
Yeah, how has them been for you during testing here in Leon over the past few days?
Yeah, well, we chose this location because of the great location in the path of totality, plus the very low expectation of bad weather for this location. And we did expect 30s, but it has been quite incredible, actually. It's been up to 39 degrees in the shade of our tents. So all sorts of little heat gremlins have been coming out of both of us and our equipment. It's been quite an interesting struggle of problem solving and debugging.
Yeah. So yeah, the equipment has been getting pretty hot. Can you tell us a little bit about the setup you have here?
Yeah. So we have our telescopes, and on the back of those we have a camera which is sending the signal to a laptop. That laptop is then processing the image and then sending it onto a streaming program, and then that is sending it back to our home base. So there's a lot of little points of error, the failure points, I guess you would say, that can happen. And it's been everywhere from the mounts of the telescope, the cameras, the cables to the telescope, to the actual laptop themselves overheating. So it's been quite a struggle, actually.
Yeah. But hey, the result is spectacular. We're seeing this beautiful image here. Now you're working in our next door tent with Renata Molandhus, who Anna talked to earlier. Is that right that Renata's had quite a few battles with her equipment?
Yeah, the poor girl. This is her first trip with the mobile observatory to film a solar eclipse. And she's had a really hard time with the heat in her machine and her telescope. She actually has just a more general night sky telescope with a sun filter. So it is not really made to be sitting in the baking hot sun of northern Spain for hours on end.
Yeah. And what have some of the solutions to this heat been?
Well, we've been putting on our MacGyver hat, and basically we've been doing everything we can, from pieces of string to cable ties, gaffer tape. Also been using a reflective yoga mat we've chopped up into small little pieces and sacrificed to wrap around our equipment. We've got towels hanging over things. It's a little bit scruffy, but it's working and it's keeping our equipment cool. We've even got ice packs on reserve to put under the machines and wrap things. And yes, we're doing our best to just regulate the actual temperature on our machines.
Wow, excellent. Jeremy, thank you very much for coming and having a chat. We should let you get back to looking after the equipment there. Just to recap, on the screen here, we've got our feed from Stavanger in Norway, maximum eclipse in Stavanger, just having a check here, 1759 is maximum eclipse in Stavanger, so just in a few minutes. It is an 85% partial eclipse there. In the top right corner, images from Palma in Mallorca. That's where Stefan Thorsen is. That's on the path of totality, so we're heading towards a total solar eclipse there in Palma de Mallorca. We are going to be back very shortly, so stick with us on timeanddate.com. Keep enjoying these images from around the world. Still to come, totality here in Spain, so we will be back very soon.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want it. I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I add my teammates as watchers so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.
Welcome back. You're watching a total solar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and things are really changing here. You can tell even from the light on our faces that it feels like sunset, and it is a sunset eclipse, but it's way too soon for the light to be so dim as it is now. The light is feeling different. It's just got that kind of, I don't know, twilighty feel to it, and it just feels a bit wrong. There were some dogs barking earlier. People are gathering in the field over here. There's dogs running around. They've got their pop-up chairs. They've got everything. They're so excited for the eclipse. And so you might hear them talking in the background because there's going to be some oohing and ahhing and excitement going on. So yeah, it's I can hardly contain myself because I'm getting so excited about this eclipse. We're looking at some gorgeous images there on the screen, Graham.
Yeah, so these are our two images, our two locations in Spain, where totality will be happening in about 15 minutes from now. The big picture is coming from Palma de Mallorca. We're seeing some lovely details on the sun there. And I mean, that's just really showing us, Anna, that the sun is not just a bright yellow disk. No. There is a lot happening on the surface of the sun. There's the hugely intense magnetic fields at work, and so we get all of these interesting effects and details on the sun. And this is a beautiful look that we're having at the surface of the sun. We can we also had the Leon picture there in the top right, but we've just switched it for Kassel in Germany. Maximum eclipse in Kassel was about 4 minutes ago. It was an 87% eclipse, and it's a beautiful crescent sun we have from there. This image is coming from the Kassel Astronomy Club. They have just opened a new observatory in Kassel. They've renovated an old observatory, and today it is their first official day of operating. Wow. It's called First Light, the first time they're using the observatory for doing real astronomy, and they've got beautiful clear skies. They've got this amazing eclipse. So congratulations to the team in Kassel on First Light for their new observatory. On our eclipse map, just below that, we can see that red dot. That is where totality is happening right now. It's happening in the Atlantic Ocean. It's racing towards Spain. That shadow is accelerating because it's going to be skimming off the edge of the Earth at sunset. So we're going to see the speed is going to be increasing. At the moment, it's 4,200 kilometers an hour, around about 2,600 miles per hour. But as we look at those numbers, we can see that it's accelerating because it's just going to be skimming off the edge of the Earth as it runs into sunset. So totality is on its way. Here in Leon, it's coming up at 1828, which is only 11 minutes away.
And I'm just looking at our little toenail of a sun here. Just underneath the tent, you can see the sun lighting up our faces already, and totality is coming up fast. And what can we see, Graham?
Yeah, so this picture we're seeing here from Leon in Spain, the moon is eating away at the sun. It's causing that crescent shape of the sun. That crescent is going to get thinner and thinner until we just have just like one of those new moons where you can just see that tiny sliver of a crescent. That's what's going to happen to the sun. Eventually, the crescent will shrink to just a single point of light. And at that point, we can start to see the solar corona. And the combination of that bright point of light and this shimmery solar corona around the blackness of the moon, that gives us the effect of the diamond ring, this bright jewel of sunlight with this sort of shimmery ring around the moon. The diamond ring quickly disappears and turns into Bailey's beads. These are the very final blobs of sunlight we can see before the sun gets completely covered. It's sun shining through valleys around the edge of the moon's disk. And those are the final bits of sun we will see until the moon covers the sun completely. That's when totality begins. That's when it's okay to remove solar eclipse glasses and enjoy totality, when we can see the solar corona, but it doesn't last long. So here in Leon, totality starts at 1828 UTC. We'll have 1 minute and 44 seconds of totality. The moon's shadow will just keep racing southwards towards Mallorca. Our feed from Palma de Mallorca, totality there will happen straight after Leon at 1831 UTC, and there it will last for about the same duration, 1 minute 36 seconds. So we're going to be enjoying consecutive totalities. Firstly, here in Leon, moon will completely cover the sun, and then just after the sun re-emerges, just after we get more Baily's beads, we again see the sun shining through the valleys on the other side of the moon's disk. We get another diamond ring effect as the sun's crescent starts to reappear, and then totality is completely finished. Solar eclipse glasses have to go back on before Baily's beads, before any part of the sun is visible. And then the solar corona disappears, and we're back to a crescent sun and the final stage of the eclipse. So totality in Leon, 1828. Totality in Palma de Mallorca, 1831. That's UTC. Just a reminder that local time in Spain, it's coming up to 8:30 in the evening. The sun is getting very close to the horizon. This is a sunset totality.
Sunset in 1 hour here in Leon. So it's all coming up very soon. Now, I was over at the other tent talking to Renata and Jeremy, and Renata is working her little bum off over there. She's getting the telescope going for the totality to see if we can capture totality with her telescope. It has been overheating, her computer's been overheating, but the temperature has been going down. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to see some proper totality images here from Leon. So so excited about that. But we're going to leave you here to enjoy the totality. So we're going to disappear. You can watch these beautiful images on the screen, and we will be back after totality in Leon first, and then Mallorca after. So we will see you back on the other side.
So do you need